Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid review. Real Madrid 6, Real Valladolid nil. Wow, that is a result, and most importantly, a performance that we really like to see every single game. Unfortunately, not. And look, maybe it's because it's Real Valladolid and they aren't the strongest team ever. But you know what? Coming away with a 6-0 win, it's honestly, winning any game 6-0 is incredible. So you gotta give credit to the team. You gotta give them credit where credit's due. Um, Benzema with the hat trick, trying to chase down Lewandowski in terms of the goals. Pretty sure right now Lewandowski is still 3 goals ahead of him with like 17, and Benzema is like 14. I'm definitely sure that Benzema could still do it, and I'm confident that he can do it, and that he will do it. I'm sorry if this video is going to be slightly shorter. It's not going to be too long. I will be making a couple of videos in the upcoming days about more videos and news. So yeah, just stay tuned. But let's talk about the goals. First goal scored by Rodrigo. Good run by Asensio, a solo run. Before picking out Rodrigo, who buries it beyond Sergio Asensio. Who remembers Asensio, by the way, back in the days at Villarreal? Pretty sure it's Villarreal. Second goal was scored by Benzema. He's got a hat-trick within 7 minutes, by the way. Incredible. He's got 4 goals within 14 minutes. I mean, it's incredible. His first goal, Vini Jr. with the cross. The cross going beyond Asensio, and Benzema is there to head it into an empty net. Pretty simple. Second goal, though, good goal. Benzema smashing it home from just outside the box. It's a typical Benzema outside the box finish, isn't it? It just is. And then the third goal was scored again by Benzema. Rodrigo this time around with the cross, finished home by Benzema's overhead kick. Kind of like an overhead kick goal, not quite, but to complete his hat trick. Along with that, Asensio and Vasquez both getting goals as well. Asensio, of course, lots of hate right now because there was rumors a couple of weeks ago that his new agent, George Mendes, was looking and talking with Barcelona. Not sure if that's true. And whether he will leave, we don't know. But when you need Asensio to be there to get you a goal, he can definitely do the job. It's a good goal. Rodrigo laid it back for Asensio, who drew it into the back of the net. And Vasquez is the most reliable player in this team. He always gets you a goal whenever you need. It's a simple finish, low driven shot beyond Asensio. But it's not easy to do those kind of finishes. It's not always, it's going to go in 100%. So just happy that he got his goal, and he's a very reliable player. He gets you the goals, and he's there when you need him to. Back in the days, he was a winger, and then under Zidane, he was transformed into a fullback / wingback, and now he's more like a right back that likes to push forward, essentially a wingback. And look, there were reports that Carvalho rest of our Clasico. I reckon you give Vasquez a go. I reckon you just start Vasquez, and maybe he might push too much forward, but ask him to try to stay back for most of the game. Because I think with Vasquez he's actually older than Carvalho, but I think you get more legs. I mean, I don't know how that works, but yeah, I just think he'll get you the job. He'll get you what you need. He'll do the job well, and I think that's what we need against Barcelona if we want to come back in time and we want to go through to the next round, to the final. You need these hard-working players. You need these players who are willing to do the job. And I'm not saying Carvalho isn't a hard-working player, but has he got it? Is he fit? Will he be tired after 50 minutes? So I reckon just play Vasquez, especially after this performance and after the game and after getting a goal. I think he genuinely deserved a chance. We talk about some chances. I mean, Benzema had a side volley in the 25th minute saved. Um, Asensio was true on goal in the 31st minute, tried to chip Asensio, but he reacted well. 62nd minute, Rodrigo chases on a high ball, cuts it back but hits the post. 65th minute, Vinny Jr. cuts it back for Rodrigo, who finishes, but it was disallowed for handball. And let's not forget, let's add in some Real Valladolid chances. 10 minutes in, actually, they had a chance with Roque Mesa, I think it was, with a curling effort smashing the post, and Kike Perez, the substitute, coming on and getting a left with a curling effort again off the post for Real Valladolid. So they had 2 to 3 chances where maybe they should have scored, but ultimately the post helped us. And we've seen it happen to us and against us before. The post could be your good friends, but sometimes it can be your best and biggest enemy. So it kind of goes both ways, and this time around it was lucky for us, but I'm pretty sure that at the end of the day it's gonna be unfortunate for us. So it's kind of what it is, isn't it? It's kind of what it is. But about this game, we'll wrap up the topic about this game. 6 goals, that doesn't come by very quickly. I saw this stat on Twitter earlier on. Is it the first time since like 2012 where we had like 20 plus shots on target or something like that? I don't even know how many shots we had on target, by the way. Let me just have a check right now before I get the wrong stats. Before I just look like I'm telling a lie, even though it's something along those lines. So Real Madrid 6-0 against Real Valladolid. Let me have a look at the stats. So we had 29 shots, 17 shots on target. So it's not quite 20 shots on target, but 17 shots on target is actually incredible. I mean, I know we're playing at home against a side who are going to be in a relegation battle. Whether they get relegated is a different thing, and they do like Real Valladolid. They're obviously run by R9 Ronaldo, so of course I do like him as a player, and I do like him as a person, and I probably would want to see them in the La Liga next season as well, because they're a solid side. But yeah, 17 shots on target is incredible compared to their 2, and they had 12 shots. We had more shots on target compared to their shots in general. So look, we played really, really well. I'm pretty sure they sacked their manager as well after this defeat. So, he clearly shows a lot. Losing 6-0 at the Bernabeu. It's a huge win. Not just because it's, 3 points and look, I think the Liga is done. But doesn't mean that because the Liga is done, you go and start dropping points unnecessarily. You still take game by game. Whether you're going to win the trophy or not, you still win every game you can. So, look, we'll just try to keep winning the Liga games. In terms of the Copa del Rey that's coming up, next game at the Camp Nou, it's going to be tough. We know that. We've had that experience. In the Super Copa, we were beaten. In the first at the Santiago Bernabeu, we were beaten. And the La Liga game a couple of weeks ago, we were beaten. But we're gonna go in again with the mentality, and we're gonna go in again forgetting about the last 3 Clásicos. Yes, we've lost 3 in a row, but we're gonna go in thinking, look, the objective is to overcome this. And in our last game, we were really, really close to beating Barcelona. Okay, our last game in the league was quite tight. They won late on. We scored first. The goal considered was poor. The second goal considered was even more poor. And these are issues that should be fixed and can be fixed and hopefully will be fixed for the game against Barcelona. But we didn't lose our last game. I compared the 2-1 defeat in the Super Copa to the 1-0 defeat at the Bernabeu to the 2-1 defeat at the Camp Nou 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. I think the most recent game we actually didn't play too badly compared to the other 2. So it's not like it's gonna be easy or anything, but I think there is a chance that Real Madrid could go to the Camp Nou when I think they have no Dembele, they have no Pedri, they have no Christensen, they have no De Jong. So when the big players are out, I think the big ones are De Jong and Pedri. I think losing 2 of their star midfielders, I think they still got Gavi, they obviously got Kessie, they got Busquets, so they have got some options. But when you got two incredible young players like De Jong and Pedri out, you gotta be taking the opportunity. In terms of Real Madrid's injury issues themselves, Mendy, I don't know where he got his injury again from, but I'm sure he's just made out of plastic because, my God, yeah, he's just constantly injured. And I feel for him. Of course, that goal line clearance against City will forever be in my memory, but is it time to move on? Is it time to move Filamendi on? We might do a different video about it. Um, um, and last but not least, let's talk about the Champions League because, of course, the Champions League is coming very, very soon. And we've got Chelsea, whom just sacked Graham Potter. We'll talk more about that in details. But kind of unfortunate that it happened this time. Kind of unfortunate. In fact, really unfortunate that it happened this time. I wanted him to be there until at least the first leg. But it's what it is, isn't it? It's what it is. But let me know your thoughts on the game. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think we can beat Barcelona? For that game, I reckon we can do it. I'm gonna say a 3-1 win. Now this is very optimistic, considering we haven't won at El Clasico in 3 El Clasico games. But you gotta bring in the confidence, and you gotta be starting to think. Look, we might not score 3 goals, but I'm hoping we at least win by 1 goal, which that will take it to extra time, I think. But you gotta go there, be hungry for it. You gotta go there and try to get the first goal. That is what is the most important thing. If you don't, you will be inviting Barcelona to sit back, drop deep, chill, and defend for 90 minutes. And then you're doomed, basically. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's review. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below. Hit the like button if you did enjoy today's video. Subscribe to the channel if it's on already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.